But yeah, as I mentioned earlier, Brady is the staff ace, and he got the ball on opening day and has had it 2 other times since then, and we're going to use him at the top of the rotation, get him out there as many times as we can. Take care of his arm. We've kept him under 90 pitches. First outing, I think he threw about 70, so we'll take care of his arm, and every time he's ready to pitch, we'll get him out there. And he has played a little bit of outfield for us too. He's done a good job. He's just a solid baseball player. Knows the game, great attitude, and has the right approach. Kobe Spector has been injured. He's my last senior, but we're hoping that he'll come back from back troubles and be able to give us more depth. He's an outfielder and a good kid who can get out there and contribute. But have a lot of senior leadership, and they haven't disappointed so far.
As we wrap up the interview, the playoff format is kind of like college baseball. You get a super regional site, and that could be you or Sioux Falls O'Gorman could host it, or you could go to Brookings or Watertown. And you win that super regional, you go to state. The goal for everybody is to get to Pheasant Stadium here in Sioux Falls, as they'll host the state Class A tournament this year. We're 7 games in. You've kind of got an idea of your team identity so far. You know what your strengths are. You know what things you have to work on. Talk about how you're going to, what you're going to do here on forward to get to that super, to win that super regional. That's a big time goal. Everybody wants to do that, and then to get to state. And I think every coach says, you get to state and anything can happen. I think that's kind of your philosophy as well. Get there, and then we'll see what happens. What are some of the things you're going to preach on? What do you guys need to do to get there?
Okay, you're right. It really is. It really is a one and done type situation. Unless you're a wild card, then you get a second chance. But it's one and done. So that the goal is to win those 2 games in a regional setting, get to the state tournament, and then win 2. And we really believe we have a great shot at that. We're definitely not going to compromise on our goals, even though we've had just a slightly above average start. It is early, and you hear that. You hear people say that often when they don't have the kind of start they want to have. But we really believe that we're going to continue to practice the way we need to be prepared for games. We're going to work on defense. We're going to take care of our arms and make sure guys are getting bullpens in so they're ready to go when needed. And continue to work on the offensive, situational base running, hitting to all fields, bunting, doing the little things, hit and run, doing all the things that we need to do to be successful as an offense. And we'll continue to just work hard and have fun and really become the type of team that sticks together and has each other's backs. And when things go wrong, we pick each other up. And so far, I've liked what I've seen. Even in our losses, I didn't feel like there was any finger pointing. Guys were accountable, and they were willing to get back at it the next day and work hard in practice to get better for the next game. And we were down big to Watertown. We came back, did not win, but we were right there. We were down 3 runs going into the 7th inning to Washington. Came back, tied it. Definitely need to mention Austin Smith. He came in and put up zeros for and obviously the defense helped him out too, but put up zeros for the last 6 innings and picked up a huge win for us. But we were in a hole there too, down 3-zip going into the 7th, and we had to tie it to keep the game going. But we'll continue to work at what we need to work at. The weather hasn't cooperated this weekend, but that's the way it goes in South Dakota in the spring. And so we'll be out here in the cages at Rivera Sports Institute, getting our hitting in, and tomorrow our varsity's going to be here getting their bullpens in and just keeping our arms sharp, because even though we haven't even gotten to all of our pitchers yet to get time out on the mounds in an actual game setting, but we know that when we run into stretches like, for example, going up to Fargo, we'll have 4 games in 2 days, Friday and Saturday, and before we even leave, we play Washington in a doubleheader on Thursday night. So we're going to run into situations where everybody's going to need to step up, and we're going to keep them sharp and have them ready, and just to continue to get those at-bats, get that game experience, and be at our absolute best when we hit regions.
Well, you've been here before. You've got an experienced team. Your coaching staff is experienced. So I think everybody around the state expects you guys to be at Sioux Falls on Memorial Day. That's no pressure, but you've got the nucleus of players. So we wish you nothing but the best, continued success throughout the season, and hopefully see you on Memorial Day. That's Coach Joel Sage, head coach of Sioux Falls Roosevelt. We'll be joined with head coach of Sioux Falls O'Gorman, John Ratzlaff, in our next SEBA Insider. I'm Chris Janner saying so long, everybody.